Jeremy.
What's up?
Last year with the injury and everything, it didn't go obviously the way that you wanted it to. How do you feel coming in physically with this year, and just how much of a difference do you expect out of yourself just being fully healthy here?
Yeah, no, I feel a lot better. Feel good. Put in a lot of work this offseason with my trainer Musa back home. Just trying to regain my explosiveness, my quickness, and just everything. But I feel good, ready to go.
Do you attribute whatever struggles or whatever things happened on the court when you were there just mostly to that injury and not having that extra gear? Was there anything else that was preventing it?
Yeah, no, I think it was just an injury. Just trying to fight through that. I wouldn't say I was 100% healthy. I was just healthy enough to get back out there. But, yeah, it just wasn't myself. Using my speed and my quickness is one of the main points of my game. And so to have that back, it should be good now.
Jordan, Finch was talking about how you guys need to find an identity here in training camp. But then when followed up, he said it needs to be a defensive-led identity. When you look at just like kind of the numbers last year, you guys were top 10 defensive team, bottom 10 offensive team. Why is it so important that it starts with defense with this group?
Because you can create offense from your defense. And so if we're able to get stops and we're able to run out, a big thing, I know we talked about it last year, just converting in transition. When we get out on fast breaks, converting layups or threes, whatever it is, just capitalizing on that. So I think that would be a big thing. Once we find our defensive identity and we're able to create points off of that, then it'll just help our offense as well.
Finch also talked about how this year probably needs some more offensive structure. And maybe get the free flow out of the structure. What do you think that looks like, and why is that important for this team?
I think it'll be good. It may take away some of the one-on-ones that we have throughout a game when things get kind of stagnant, and just creating that structure. We know what's coming next, and it'll give us a better opportunity on offense. So I'm open to seeing it.
You were a very prolific scorer and shooter in college. When the shooting went south toward the end of last year, were you pressing a little bit, do you think, because you could kind of tell that defenses were sagging off you? I mean, you're a smart player. You understood what was going on.
Right.
Was that part of your struggle, do you think?
No, just playing the game and doing what I normally do, just taking what the defense gives me. I just, got to go out there and knock down shots. That's all it is. Just continue to trust in my work, and when I get my opportunities, and just knock down shots.
In the times you were playing last year, if you had two big guys on the court, what maybe you learned being a point guard in that scenario about what are the important things the offense has to execute when you do have two big guys play? Because it seems like no matter what this year, you're probably going to have some combination of Nas, Rudy, Cat out there at all times.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I put them in the best position that I can. Making sure the spacing is right. That's always a big thing on the floor. I think if we're able to do that, then it'll run smoothly.
Was it frustrating at the end of last year? It just looked like there were things that you were trying to do that you normally could do that your body wouldn't allow you to do. Like, how did you deal with that mentally?
Yeah, it was definitely frustrating, but just trying to fight through it and push through it and try to do what I could. I was doing what I could out there, and it just wasn't enough. But just took the time to get back fully healthy this off season, and I'm just ready to go.
Do you feel like you have to reprove yourself again coming off that?
I always have to reprove myself every year, every day, and no matter what, I always got to do it.
With the structure maybe being added into the offense, there were certainly guys, I think you're probably included in that kind of thrived in the randomness of a more free-flowing scheme. Do you lose anything as a team by going away from that?
No, I don't think so. I think once we understand and figure out what that's going to be and what it's going to look like, I think overall it'll help us. Coach Finch is a brilliant coach, and he knows his X's and O's, and so we're excited to see what it'll look like.
Jordan, it's an interesting roster in terms of you and Mike, kind of prototypical point guards, but then there's a lot of guys. It's Ant, it's Kyle, it's Nikhil, a few others that might be able to also initiate offense. Just how do you enter this camp in terms of looking where you fit in here and how you find a role for yourself and hopefully, get some time?
Yeah, just going into this training camp competing. We got a lot of guys on this team that could play on any team in the NBA. And so just going in there competing, having fun, winning the day, and then just, whatever coach feels is right for the team, he'll make that decision.
Jordan, you're one of the longest tenured players on this team, which means back your rookie year, that roster was one of the smallest in the NBA. It was speed, it was stretching the floor. What has it just kind of been like over the course of your career? I mean, you've been you, but the roster and the style of which you guys want to play or have to play, maybe due to the size, has been so different. What has that just broadly been like over the past now 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, it's just always been different every single year. But with the roster we have now, we got a lot of size, a lot of length, a lot of guys that guard multiple positions. And so even when I'm out there, if I'm able to switch onto a bigger guy, I fight as much as I can, and then there's somebody on the backside ready to kick me out, and I'm ready to go to the backside. So we got a lot of versatility on this team, offensively and defensively. So we'll be able to give teams different looks. I've always had to prove myself since day one. Plenty of people have doubted me and said I couldn't play in the NBA. Yet here I am, my 5th year. Blessed to be here, excited to be here, and I'll just continue to work every single day. And like I said, just prove doubters wrong. Yep. Appreciate it.